This is our book for this week called On the Bus. This book will take us a little while to work through, so you don't have to watch the whole video today. You can press pause when you need to, have a break, and keep going tomorrow. First, we're going to practice some words that we will need to know to read this story. So have a go at Fred talking with me. Our first word says d, red. Our next word has a special friend. The special friend says k, k, black. Our next word is ox, fox. Next we have hat, hat. Frog. Clap. Pup. Pen. I accidentally got rid of a word too early. This one says hen. There's a special friend here. Sing. Special friend says shh, fish. Lap. This one's a big word. What we do when we see a big word like this is we pick up our card and then we can fold it into little parts. So let's just Fred talk this part of the word. Jump. There's a special friend here. Ing. So this says jumping. Our next job is to practice some speedy words. So in a moment you are going to see some words and you can say them as soon as you see them. Next, we're going to look at some red words. Our red words are like our tricky words in school that we can't talk. So I would like you just to have a look at some of these red words now, and I want you to have a think about which ones you know. You can press pause and have a little bit of time trying to read them. Hopefully you've had time to pause and read as many of the words as you can. We're going to go through the words together now. So this word says the, I, my, the, your, he, put, your, put, of, no, he. We're going to have another practice of those next time we read this story. Now it's your turn again to press pause. This time you're going to go through and read as many of the sounds as you can. Hopefully you've had time to go through those sounds. Now we're going to do our green words. When we read these books, our green words are the words that we can Fred talk. So you're going to press pause again and have a go at Fred talking these words. Okay, so this is our story on the bus. Before we start, I'm going to tell you what the story is about. So Matthew is sitting on a double-decker bus. He sits with a fish in a bowl on his lap. He loves travelling by bus. He can see everything from the top deck. He's chosen his favourite place to sit, right at the front. He can see the trees and the flowers in the parks, grand buildings, rows of houses, and people walking their dogs. But today, Matthew has a surprise. There are no people on the bus, just animals. There's a fox, a cat, a frog, and a hen, and they're all wearing clothes. What's going on? He says to himself. At that moment, they start making a loud noise. What a hullabaloo, he thinks. They start singing and clapping and jumping. Maybe I'm dreaming, thinks Matthew. So just have a think now. What sort of noises do you normally hear on a bus? I know that we've been on a bus. Some of you catch a bus home, and some of you went on a bus last year when you went on some excursions in kinder. So what sort of noises do you normally hear? Once you've had a think, you might tell someone at home. It's time now for you to have your first go at reading this story. You can take your time, Fred talk as many words as you can, and once you've finished, I'm going to read it for you, so it's okay if you get stuck on any words. So have a look at this page, press pause to give you time, and then go on to the next one. Okay, so remember to press pause. Well done reading the story. If you got stuck on a few words, that's okay because I'm going to go through the story now. So the story was called On the Bus. And I need to open it up to this page. Here we go. On the bus. Sit with us on the big red bus with the fat black cat and the fox in a hat. If you notice some of the words were different, these grey ones, they're our red words that we can't Fred talk, so our tricky words. Sing with us on the big red bus with the long thin dog and the jumping frog. La 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 la. Clap with us on the big red bus with the fat red hen and the pup with a pen. Clap, clap, clap. Sit, sing and clap with a fish on your lap. Okay, that's the end of the story. I have some questions here. I'm going to see how well you remember the story. So you might tell the answers to mum or dad or someone at home like your brother or sister. So the first question was, what was the fox wearing? Wonder if you can remember. What was the frog doing? What does the hen look like? And what does the boy have in his lap? What we need to do now is we need to get this book out. And we are going to turn to the very first page. Up the top here, next to number 1, it says hold a sentence. So we are going to hold our sentence in our heads and then write it in the book. If you've already used that space to do some writing, that's okay. You can write your sentence on a piece of paper. So the sentence we're going to remember is sit on the bus. 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 Fantastic. You can press pause now and then you can have a go at writing your sentence. Well done if you had a go at writing that sentence. What I forgot to show you is underneath what you wrote, this here says check. So you need to check that you have a capital letter. I've got a capital letter. That you use finger spaces, a full stop at the end, and this special friend should be there in your writing somewhere. So I can see my special friend is up here. So this is what yours hopefully looks like. Sit on the bus. If you could done that the same as mine, you can give that a big tick. Otherwise you can change any mistakes you've got now. Next you need a spare piece of paper and you're going to have a go at drawing 2 water letters. The first one we're going to do is G. So I might quickly draw in sun, boat and water. So both these letters are water letters, so they're going to go under the water. Our first one is G. We start over this side, around the girl's face, down, oops, I'm going to start that G again. It ended up being very messy. I'll move this out of my way. Start over here, around the girl's face, down her hair and give her a curl. And the next one is P. For our P, we start over this side, down the pirate's plait, back up and around his face. You can pause the video now and have a go at G and P. If you already have, if you haven't had a break already, might be a good time now to stop and you can do the rest of the jobs tomorrow. The next job we're going to do is to go over our speedy words again. So as soon as you see them, you can say the words. Next, we're going to look at some red words. Our red words are like our tricky words in school that we can't talk. So I would like you just to have a look at some of these red words now, and I want you to have a think about which ones you know. You can press pause and have a little bit of time trying to read them. Hopefully you've had time to pause and read as many of the words as you can. We're going to go through the words together now. So this word says the, I, my, the, your, he, put, your, put, of, no, he. We're going to have another practice of those next time we read this story. Now it's your turn again to press pause. This time you're going to go through and read as many of the sounds as you can. Hopefully you've had time to go through those sounds. Now we're going to do our green words. When we read these books, our green words are the words that we can Fred talk. So you're going to press pause again and have a go at Fred talking these words. Now we're going to have our second go at reading this story. Have a look at this page, press pause to give you time, and then go on to the next one. Okay, so remember to press pause. We're going to go back to this page now and we're going to hold our second sentence. So near number 2, our sentence is sit with the cat. 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 Hopefully you remember that sentence now. Sit with the cat. What you need to remember is a capital letter, finger spaces, full stops, and a th sound in there somewhere. Sit with the cat. You can press pause and have a go at writing that. Hopefully you've had time to press pause because here is mine. So sit with the cat. I've got my capital S, my full stop, and there's the special friends. The. We're going to practice 2 more letters on a piece of paper. The first one is down the tower, across the tower, and the second one is all around the orange. After you've had a go at those 2 sounds, if you haven't had a second break, have a second break now. This is your last time having a practice of this story. Remember to pause before you go to the next page. So have a look at this page, press pause to give you time, and then go on to the next one. Okay, so remember to press pause. We're going to do the activity down the bottom of our green book now. So if we look at this sentence, it's telling us down here that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 mistakes. So there's 1 capital letter missing, 1 full stop, and 2 spelling mistakes. So what the sentence should say is sit on the big red bus with the fox in the hat. So have a look at the sentence here. Sit on the big red bus with the fox in the hat. See if you can spot the 4 mistakes. If you need extra time, can you pause the video now? Okay, so here are the 4 mistakes. They're in pink. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one was our missing capital letter. So at the start of a sentence, it always has a capital letter. So they've fixed it and put a capital S at the start. At the end of a sentence, there's always a full stop. So they've fixed that and put the full stop in now. There was 2 spelling mistakes. This word was supposed to say big, B-I-G. So they've changed the A to an I down the bottom now. And this word was supposed to say fox. 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 They've spelled it right down the bottom. So your job is to look at the sentence here and fix those spelling mistakes. You don't need to rewrite the whole sentence. You can just go over where they made the mistakes. Sit on the big red bus with the fox in the hat. We're going to have a go now at writing about the hullabaloo on the bus. So we're going to start with the first one, the hen. So the sentence could be the hen is on the bus, but that's a little bit boring. So we're going to try and build a sentence to make it a little bit more interesting. So I wonder what the hen could be doing on the bus. Have a think. The hen could be clucking or scratching or squawking. You can choose one of mine or you can come up with your own. So I might say the hen clucks on the bus. My turn, your turn. The hen clucks on the bus. Hen clucks on the bus. You tell me your sentence, so you don't have to write exactly what I write. So, what could the hen be clucking on the bus? The hen might cluck hello on the bus. The The hen clucked hello on the bus. Let's think about the next one. The dog was on the bus. That's a little bit boring. What could the dog be doing? The dog could be growling on the bus. The dog growled on the bus. The dog growled on the bus. Think about what the dog could have growled. Maybe, the dog growled, get out of my seat on the bus. The dog growled, get out of my seat on the bus. Your job is to write 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences. They could say whatever you want them to say, as long as they are really interesting sentences. When you have finished, if you'd like to take a photo and put it on Seesaw, you can. And well done, that was our last activity for On the Bus. That was lots of hard work, so well done if you got to the end.